Suddenly, he starts hearing the buzz and hum of every electrical device around him. Lights, phones, TVs, everything. He can hear people's phone calls from a distance. His stomach churns, his head spins. It feels like his brain is being ripped open by static. As he walks, he begins to see a strange digital interface floating over every electronic device, as if the world has turned into a glitchy computer game. The feeling becomes too much. He gets nauseous, collapses, and blacks out. In this unconscious state, Tom suddenly sees Eugene's phone in front of him, every detail of it, and he realizes something horrifying. One of the attackers that night, one of the gang members who hurt Lucy, was Eugene. Tom tells Danny about this shocking vision, but Danny doesn't believe a word of it. It sounds insane. Back at school, when Tom sees Eugene again, his suspicion turns to certainty. He can now actually read the messages on Eugene's phone just by looking at it. Eugene is talking about what happened to Lucy. Now Tom is absolutely sure. His brain is somehow connected to the digital world, and Eugene is definitely involved. Rage builds inside Tom. He decides to use his new powers for revenge. With just a thought, he crushes Eugene's phone from the inside, frying it with his mind and completely destroying it. That night, Tom goes to a party with Danny. Tom sits on a sofa, silently watching everyone, and secretly diving into their phones. He scans their messages and realizes exactly who is involved in attacking Lucy. One by one, their secrets are laid bare. The anger inside him becomes volcanic. He gets up and starts marching toward Eugene, ready to tear him apart. Just as a fight is about to explode, Danny jumps in and pulls Tom away, breaking the moment. Later, Tom goes to see Lucy at her house. While they're talking outside, he spots Eugene and his gang heading into the basketball court. Lucy freezes when she sees them, fear in her eyes. Seeing Lucy like this, broken by these thugs, Tom decides it's not enough to just be angry. He's going to teach them a lesson. Using his mind, he sends a text from an unknown number to Eugene's phone. "I'm coming to teach you a lesson." The next morning, Tom starts shadowing his enemies. He follows them as they go to meet an illegal dealer. While quietly trailing them, Tom hacks into Eugene's phone and taps into its mic, letting him listen to everything they say. Even after they leave, Tom refuses to stop tormenting. From a distance, he starts manipulating the electronics in their apartment, making the lights flicker, turning the music on and off, messing with devices to mess with their heads and slowly fill them with paranoia. At the same time, from the same unknown number, he texts Lucy, "I'm going to protect you from the people who hurt you." Lucy replies, "Who are you? Why are you helping me?" But Tom doesn't answer. The next day, all the students are called into the school auditorium for some announcements. The hall is packed, the projector is ready. The presentation begins. Tom quietly taps into the system. With his powers, he hacks the presentation mid-speech and suddenly plays a private video of one of the gang members, Cash. The whole hall erupts in laughter as the humiliating video fills the big screen. Cash is destroyed by shame and bolts out of the hall. Later, Tom tells Lucy what happened. She wants to know who is behind all this revenge. Tom moves toward the radio, pretending to play music, while Lucy sends another message to the unknown number. "You're the one doing all this, aren't you?" Tom doesn't even touch his phone. Using just his thoughts, he starts replying to her messages while casually adjusting the radio. He asks Lucy, "Why did they attack you?" Lucy explains, "They wanted my brother to join their gang. When he refused, they said they'd hit someone from my family. They found the chance, and they chose me." Then Lucy asks, "At least tell me who you are." Tom finally answers through the anonymous text, "You can call me I-Boy." A few days later, Tom and Lucy are walking home together at night. Out of nowhere, Eugene and his gang block their path. They start mocking Lucy, trying to scare her again. And Eugene asks an important question. Who is sending these anonymous messages? Who is messing with them? He grabs Tom and demands, "Tell me the truth. Is it you?" Right then, Tom uses his powers and sends a message directly to Eugene's phone. "You've got the wrong guy, kid." Eugene stares at the screen, confused and rattled. He loosens his grip, distracted just long enough for Tom and Lucy to break free and run. But Tom has seen enough. These thugs will never leave Lucy alone. If he doesn't shut them down now, they'll keep coming. He decides, this isn't just about revenge anymore. It's war. Tom already knows their movements. He knows that soon, Eugene and his gang are going to steal a car. So he waits. The moment they break into the car and sit inside, Tom strikes. He locks the car from the inside with his mind. The doors won't open. The boys start to panic. Tom turns on the radio, and with a disguised voice, he starts speaking to them through the speakers. "Tell me who your gang leader is, or things will get worse." They refuse to talk. So Tom dials the fear up. He uses his power to make the engine rev uncontrollably like a monster waking up. Smoke starts pouring out from under the hood. The car shakes. The heat rises. The vehicle suddenly catches fire. Now Cash breaks completely. Terrified, he screams. His name is Cuts. He's the leader. "We're just school kids, man. Please let us go." Satisfied, Tom unlocks the car. The boys scramble out right before the flames and pressure cause a massive blast. But for Tom, This is just the beginning. Using his powers, he digs through networks and finds Cut's full address. What Tom doesn't know is that his own best friend, Danny, is secretly part of the same gang. Meanwhile, Cuts is at home, watching TV with some of his guys, when suddenly a video pops up. A recording of his car. Someone has broken into his ride and urinated in it as a message. Cuts explodes with rage and rushes down to the street to check his precious car. The moment he leaves the flat, Tom slips into the apartment. Inside, he destroys every electronic device in the place. TVs, consoles, anything with a circuit. Then he finds the hidden stash of drugs Cuts had stored and steals them. When Cuts returns, he walks into a wrecked home. Everything is broken. His illegal stash is gone. The humiliation and loss push him into pure fury. Meanwhile, Lucy tells Tom that she's going to return to classes this week. She says she's feeling stronger now. The two of them start talking about iBoy, the mysterious vigilante hurting the gangs and becoming an urban legend. Tom wants to know what Lucy really thinks about iBoy. Lucy says, he's just one person, right? If we really want to fix this place, it's going to take a lot more than a few attacks. These small hits are nothing. The whole system is rotten. Her words hit Tom hard. He decides he's not just going to scare a few gangs. He's going to clean the neighborhood. He already knows who the criminals are and where they live. So he breaks into their homes and starts planting drug packets in different spots. Then, using his powers, he gives anonymous, extremely accurate tips to the police. There are drugs hidden at this address. Check under the floor. Look behind that wall. One by one, cops raid the locations. Dozens of dealers are caught red-handed. On top of that, Tom quietly empties the bank accounts of these criminals, draining their dirty money. To maximize fear, he uploads videos of their operations online under the name of iBoy, turning him into a digital ghost that criminals are terrified of. In one of these raids, Eugene and his gang also get arrested. The area starts to feel lighter, safer. For the first time, people in the neighborhood can breathe normally. Tom's power keeps growing. His behavior changes too. With just a glance, he can shut down lights across entire blocks. He's turning into a digital god of the streets. Some days later, we see Cuts talking to his boss, Elman, a much more dangerous crime lord. Elman coldly tells him, "You're not selling anything. You're losing me money. If you don't bring profit soon, you're dead." Tom, of course, is listening to the entire call through the network. Now he knows the true boss's name too, Elman. Cuts, desperate, wants only one thing: to find out who iBoy is and who's feeding the cops so much information. He orders his gang to steal phones and electronics from all nearby flats. Suddenly, the whole neighborhood is under attack. Gang members break into homes, snatching phones, laptops, TVs, anything with a chip. The next morning, Tom discovers that people on the internet are now blaming iBoy for these robberies. They say, "Because of you, we're being robbed," because they're trying to catch you. Even Tom's own grandmother, Nassie, has had things stolen from her home. The city is suffering for his war. Tom realizes that London's people are exhausted and traumatized. These robberies and attacks are all a direct result of the criminals hunting him. So he decides to step back and lay low for a while. With iBoy gone quiet, the thugs become confident again. They return to their dirty work, poisoning the streets as usual. Tom grows distant, more silent. Nassie senses it. She worries that Tom might be getting involved in something dangerous. She asks Danny to talk to him, to keep an eye on him, to look after him. At the same time, Cuts is walking towards his car nearby, unaware that iBoy is watching from a distance. Tom texts Lucy as iBoy, "Tonight I'm going to end this." "For good," Lucy quickly replies, begging him not to. "Please don't do this. You could die. And taking the law into your own hands is not right." Tom knows she's right, but the damage is already too deep, and he's not ready to stop. He tracks Cuts' car using Cuts' phone, but suddenly, the signal dies. Cuts has thrown his phone into a public bin. Tom loses him. Just then, Tom hears the sound of helicopter blades overhead. There's been a big accident nearby, and a news helicopter is flying over the city to cover it. Tom taps into the helicopter's camera system, hacks the feed, and spots Cuts' car from the sky. He jumps onto his bike, using the aerial view to follow the vehicle. Cuts drives to a secret location, a yard full of shipping containers, where he meets with some of his closest men. They are planning how to take down iBoy once and for all. Tom slips into the darkness, watching them. He sees a guard. Instantly, his mind pulls up countless video tutorials, all the different ways to strike in a situation like this. He copies what he's seen and takes the guard down silent. Then Tom reaches a crate full of drugs and sets the entire stash on fire, burning thousands of dollars worth of product in seconds. Before he can escape, Cuts and the gang suddenly appear and attack him. They beat Tom badly. Bones slam against metal. Boots crash into ribs. Tom is sure this is how it ends, but in a last desperate move, he triggers a violent low-frequency sound through the electronics around them, a sound only they can hear. It drills into their ears like knives. The gang members scream in pain and collapse. Cuts tries to fire a gun, but his aim fails. Tom uses the chaos to escape. He staggers away, bleeding and barely standing. On the way home, he crashes into a lamppost and blacks out, collapsing on the street like a broken machine. The next morning, Tom wakes up in a strange place. He has no idea how he got there. His body aches, his brain feels scrambled. Back home, Lucy keeps trying to call him. She wants them to go to school together because she's still afraid of going alone. Tom had promised her, but he doesn't pick up, so she goes by herself, nervous but determined. After the exam, Lucy finds Tom at school and confronts him. She's furious. He tries to explain that something happened last night and he couldn't make it home. But Lucy doesn't want to hear excuses. Suddenly, the mood shifts. Everyone starts staring toward a building. Tom and Lucy turn and see it. Cass's dead body, hanging, exposed. Tom is shaken to his core. Later, he talks to Danny on the roof and asks, "Who do you think killed Cass?" Danny answers coldly, "Because of I-Boy. This all started with him. Yeah, Cass was mixed up with the gang. But no one is completely evil. He just couldn't handle the humiliation. He killed himself." Tom is crushed. Danny isn't the only one thinking this way. People in the area are now split into two groups. Those who think I-Boy is a hero, and those who blame him for everything. Under the weight of guilt and confusion, Tom goes back to the doctor and begs him, "Take the pieces of the phone out of my brain. Remove them. I don't want this anymore." The doctor tells him it's too dangerous. The surgery is extremely complex, and there's a high chance Tom could die. Devastated, Tom leaves. That night, someone bangs on Tom's front door. When he opens it, Cut's men grab him. Their boss, Elman, walks in, the real monster behind everything. Nassi comes out to protect her grandson. A Cut's hits her hard, knocking her unconscious. Elman calmly orders his men to take her to her room. Then he faces Tom and says, "I know you're I-Boy. And right now, there's only one way you leave this alive. Work with me. I'll change your entire life." Tom refuses. Elman doesn't like hearing no. One of his goons throws Tom to the floor. Elman then plays his trump card. He forces Tom to track Lucy using his powers. When Tom reaches out with his mind, he discovers that Lucy has been kidnapped by Eugene and his gang. Elman used his influence to get them out of jail. Elman makes it clear, if Tom doesn't cooperate, Lucy will die. On top of that, Elman drops a final betrayal bomb. The person who told him everything about Tom is Danny. For a bit of cash, Danny sold out his own friend. Elman even humiliates Danny in front of everyone, throwing money at him and telling him to get lost. Then he turns back to Tom and says, "Just like you emptied Cut's bank account, now you're going to fill mine. Flood it with money, or Lucy dies." Tom starts transferring money slowly, but at the same time, he secretly uses his power to call the police from the phone lying near Lucy in the warehouse. At the warehouse, Eugene and his guys are ready with guns. If Tom refuses to play, they will shoot Lucy. Lucy screams at them, reminding them they all grew up playing together, asking how they could sink this low. Her words only make Eugene angrier. Before he can snap, the police arrive. The gang smashes Lucy's phone and drags her away to hide. Her mouth is taped shut so the police can hear her trying to make noise. When the phone is destroyed, Tom feels a sharp jolt through his body, a psychic shock. Elman notices something is off and decides to go to the warehouse, dragging Tom along. While hiding from the police, Eugene's gun slips and falls to the floor. Lucy sees her chance. She grabs the gun and points it at them, forcing all three thugs to kneel. But Lucy is not like them. She can't bring herself to pull the trigger. She decides to walk away instead. Before she can escape, Elman's men arrive. Outnumbered and cornered, Lucy hesitates. Eugene seizes the moment and attacks her from behind, disarming her. Back inside, Tom tries to fight, but one of the thugs smashes him on the head with a gun. Everything spins. Elman regains control of the situation and orders Tom again. "Finish what you started. Fill my account with money." Tom has had enough. He focuses his entire power on the phones in everyone's pockets. Elman senses danger and throws his own phone away, but his men react too slowly. One by one, the phones in their pockets explode, shredding them with shrapnel. Eugene is distracted for a split second, long enough for Lucy to suddenly attack, fighting back with everything she has. In the chaos, Elman slips away and runs outside. Tom drags himself after him. Outside, Elman picks up a heavy iron rod and ambushes Tom from behind, beating him brutally. Tom tries once more to use his painful, high-frequency sound attack, but Elman smashes his head into Tom's, making him collapse. Elman raises the iron rod, ready to kill him. A gunshot cracks the night air. Lucy stands there, gun in hand, having fired into the air as a warning. She screams at Elman to stay away from Tom or she'll shoot him. Elman starts walking toward her anyway. She tries to fire again, but the gun jams. Fear flashes in her eyes. Before Elman can reach her, another gunshot rings out. This time the bullet hits Elman in the hand. It enrages him. He rushes Lucy, punches her hard, and she falls unconscious. At that exact moment, Tom wakes up just enough to see Lucy hurt and bleeding. Something snaps inside him. Elman lifts the iron rod and moves toward him for the final blow. Tom lets out a primal scream. All the power inside him erupts at once. A massive, invisible shockwave of digital and sonic force. It hits Elman like a lightning storm. In a single moment, Elman is obliterated. The power surge drains everything from Tom. He collapses, completely unconscious. When Tom opens his eyes again, he's back in a hospital bed. Nasi is sitting beside him, smiling in relief. He's alive. They share a quiet meal and go home together. Near their building, Tom runs into Danny. Danny apologizes, saying he knows what he did was unforgivable. He says he doesn't even want Elman as money anymore. He doesn't want comfortable, dirty money. But Tom has one more thing to say. He tells Danny, I got every guy who attacked Lucy, but I never thought about the person who was holding the camera that night. Danny goes silent. Tom looks at him and says, change, brother. There's still time. In the end, Tom and Lucy meet on the roof of their building. Tom has arranged a small, romantic dinner under the open sky. They share a kiss, finally at peace for a moment. They're happy that together, they took down one of London's most dangerous criminal bosses. And then, like every Storytime video, if you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again in the next video.